So poops, I've been going for yoga classes recently, and after a yoga class just yesterday, I did the most logical thing in the world, and I went to a police station. So poops, remember the most racist Malay language defender? Yeah, I made a police report. It's the first police report that I've made in 2026. I hope it's the last. But anyway, figured it would make sense since I asked you guys to go out there and make MCMC and police reports to actually go out and lead by example. You know, somehow making police reports is always like fun for me. I don't know, like maybe I'm just weird. So there I was, out of the gym, went to the popo to renew my acquaintance with our beloved PDRM. And so there I was, just casually typing out a police report with every single bit of the evidence that I showed you in the past couple of days all written down in this long ass 900 plus word monstrosity that you see on the screen right here, miraculously all written in Malay. Hashtag memartabatkan bahasa Melayu. Thank you to all of you for supporting me in doing this. You're all very kind. And yeah, I hope it inspires you in some small way. I think probably the biggest part of the entire challenge though was when I was in the middle of writing, right? And then one of the officers was like, yang dia ni dia datang sebab apa? Oh, sebab ada comment racist kat Facebook. Oh ya ke? Boss, you ada buat report kat Rex Tan tak? And there I am, just casually typing away, halfway responding to this officer while typing and looking at my report, looking at my phone, checking the details, writing even more. And let me tell you, that was not an easy conversation. Cause it's like, you know, Tan, sepupu, answering extremely hard questions, explaining whether I think that Chinese people are actually persecuted like Palestinians. Very interesting experience, but somehow I managed to get through that conversation and also managed to type out the whole report, so that's all good. Seemed like they liked it, so no questions or anything out there. Before they assigned me to go and see an officer who happens to know me at another police station. Police reports in Malaysia take place over 2 stages. I might make a video about how to make police reports in Malaysia soon. Matter of fact, it was actually the same officer who took my report when I reported Anil Raj 2 years ago. And when I met the officer, he may or may not have high-fived me 2 times in a row before asking me bila nak kahwin. He said, I have a feeling that I'm gonna see you again. I'm like, no thank you, officer, no thank you. But yeah, I don't know. Might invite him for my wedding if I ever get married. Slide into those DMs if you want to see that happen. At this point, the case has been escalated to Bukit Aman since it's a 3R case. I also understand that it's going to be investigated under the Sedition Act. Not that I want it to be, but he did twist what the Agong said for a cheap racial insult. He is associated with the Madani government, and if what is seditious is causing a tendency to bring into hatred or contempt or to excite disaffection against any ruler or against any government, I think that kind of fits the bar since he's basically twisting the words of our ruler and he's technically representing our government. I did want to make sure to make a police report though, because if you don't pair MCMC reports up with police action, then it might just get as far as removing the content, which by the way, he already has been removing the content. So you can't really see the originals, we only have the screenshots at the moment. But yeah, I needed our country to take this seriously. I thought it was pretty important to have the police actually call and stop this nonsense, not just temporarily, but permanently, considering his position in society and ability to influence the people under his care. What the guy did in spreading the comment on Malaysia Guinea was, in my eyes, completely unacceptable and something that can jeopardize Malaysia's existence. And not just with him, but also with every single other member of the government out there. We definitely do need more reports though, cause like one report I think is like, it's kinda nice, you know, like a guy went out there and they cared so much about stopping this, but really like, where it really becomes effective is if more than just one person goes out there and makes a report. It's such a stereotype for people of every single race to just assume that the police are biased to the point that they never even try to make a police report, yet they come out with all these kinds of weird conclusions that they support from myths, from what the uncles at the dinner table tell them. So if you agree that we should do something, and you can get past the clueless takes of people who have never even made a single police report in their lives and who are disillusioned and lack confidence, then I encourage you to go out there and make a report as well. I think even if making a police report takes some time, I think it'll be good for some of y'all to just literally go into a police station, experience the justice system, and just normalize not not being afraid of the police on an everyday level. And if you're constantly just fearing that the justice system is not going to do anything, then yeah, like by all means, you're gonna be living with ghosts all day and all night. Keep on complaining and then assume that everybody in the world is biased against you because you don't actually get to see our boys in blue in person. So seriously, go out there, don't just make an MCMC report, although that's very much appreciated, but also consider making a police report as well if you agree that a Penjawat awam should not be casually showing their racism and then expecting to go back to their lucrative and happy life with no consequences whatsoever. Thanks again to all of you for the kind words, the comments and everything like that. I did this because I believe it's the right thing to do and I hope that some of y'all are gonna do the same as well. So thanks all, enjoy, say hi to the Abang police when you eventually go there, and yeah, peace.